bottles when she crossed her feet. I make promises that was hard to keep. It's counterfeit, large at least. Smoking while my bitch watching Dawson's Creek. I whipped up nines. I ain't just sick with lines. I did the time. And sold 18 off the slab before the shit was mine. My man shot the same nigga 2 different times. Didn't die. Called me blow a kiss to the victim mom. I say I'm done smoking every other month. Feds snatching niggas out my mouth every other month. My dog stacked a million. I see him run it up. Watch him still do it. He don't feel like that one enough. All my niggas get high. Distributed pies. Knowing the drug sentence is high. Victimless crimes. I know the difference. And the bitches is skies. And the difference from water weight and the brick when it's dry. Let's go.
Watch out. Chairman Fred, look at my crowd. New York, my sister right on, peace and blessing. Get the Bronx, New York just tapped in, bro. Yup. Y'all in the building. So we gonna find what they would do. Some documents and see who we gonna talk. Happy IRP, y'all. I like everything. Self-stick like that. That's a robot. A robot. I seen that's my brother on it. Let me most of the cool with all powers. You did that give some unit that we don't get out. Landon Della Day.
People hit people.
That's my toy drive. It's my first toy drive. I've been here a year, so I've been here a year. That's my time. I'm getting back. That's my first toy. That's with no donation. That's all mine.
Well, Tiffany got a whole New York, one to be from the house too.
That's been here since I got the car.
See, that's a what right there? It's a toy drive.
Yeah, I'm doing that for the kids. This is my first year in business, so the little money I did make, I'm gonna figure out how to give some back. So I can make sure you got it. Yeah, that's the reason I'm alive. I lived on Instagram. 2 years of COVID. I worked every fucking day. And it was because of Instagram, Facebook. People that knew me, that's where my business came from. It wasn't word of mouth, me advertising, none of that. It was all of people that saw my work on Facebook or Instagram, or word of mouth, like, hey, go holler at me, be your man. The whole COVID. So it's only right I get some back. I don't give a fuck if that's the only thing I give away. That's what I had. Didn't nobody give me nothing. I gave you what I had. It's just funny. It's more girl stuff than guy stuff. It ain't 50-50, like it ain't no 80-20. Well, it is 80-20 because majority that's for girls. Or the biggest toys. I feel biased.
Well, you buy it, you want to get it.
I didn't. I just gave up a few dollars and I was like, this is what I'm trying to do, and that's what came back. It wasn't under the stuff. We got reading products too. It ain't just no toys.
How you doing, Kelly? Good? Wi-Fi? Oh.
Excuse me.
Restroom right here?
You know, I did an interview. Yeah, ladies only, but that's good. That's a spur room or what?
When you turn 50, man? April? Exactly. 10 years old. I'm 40 this year. Really, I feel old. Y'all know you feel old. You only got 2 years on you. I know.
Too late.
The theme music that Rakim, all the facts that did Rakim,
Man,
Juicy Light and Sonic,
what?
Rakim, Light and Sonic. Oh man.
They made this song.
I told him he don't come through it, just don't keep fuck you up if you don't get back well. That's what gets you back well. Yeah. See that politics is, you know, I told my guy when he was real sick. I told his son, tell you, I'm gonna fuck him up, you don't get back well. Free my radio. He got that well. He said, he moved strong. You know, they get inspiration. I love you, man. Man. I love you. So he said, oh, don't get back way up, man. I don't know, fuck you up. So you move that, man. I love you, man. I'm gonna do live right now. Sit down, watch the damn show, man. If we do that workout on like this, almost inside.
Lawrence Beck. missionary social.
global bliss, poetry like a bone movement. FBI's most wantedness, revolutionary social.
Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Big Law. It's a big law. No, Lil Bobby Hutton. On YouTube, type of this song. Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Lil Bobby Hutton.
Title ain't no way to get on title.
Whatever title. On title, SoundCloud, on title. Okay. Okay, from YouTube?
It's on YouTube, though.
Huh?
The little
You ain't got YouTube?
I got you.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Okay, you can put it on SoundCloud? SoundCloud? As Chairman Fred said, some bad motherfuckers. Warriors like Sister Juan, comrades Big Man and Brother Stan, Captain John, a bunch of Babatundes, Spurgeon, Jackson, Finney's, Kiwis, and Solace. Freedom fighters who formulated the first free breakfast programs to feed the youth, teaching us as opposed to preaching us by turning our communities into classrooms. Now here's the black cat that brought the spirit of that back. For today we celebrate our way and take time to recognize the resistance of the rank and file of legendary leaders. To Walter J's, a.k.a. the brothers and Big Moody's and Little Moody's and the Lynn's, Leaders and Reginas. To the Kathleen's and Gene McKinney's and Field Marshal George DC's. Captain Franco's and Brother Geronimo's who came to the conclusion of the revolution and dads declared and died to be free. For they provided a line that allowed for us to be spiritually inclined, while at the same time they leave us to be dependent upon superstition of that of state-sanctioned religions. But this is organized resistance with free medical clinics that consisted of men like Mr. Doc. This history should never be a mystery, and their contribution to the revolution should never be forgotten. As a matter of fact, stop the track. Let me get 5 seconds of clenched fists and spear of resistance. Long live Mr. UEP, the rest of the diehards. The Secretary of Congress, Soldier Sam Pierce, Chairman Fred Hampton, Captain Mark Clarks. Oh yes, the U.S. tried their best to discredit them and defame us, nothing but a street gang and decreed to be public enemy number 1. So a committed a crime of being colonized and having the audacity to dare to pick up the gun. Now imagine all of a sudden the brutalities, realities witnessed by these victims of war. The experience of false imprisonment of your comrades in body bags, and I know you're going to be the next one to become a corpse. The only difference that exists between this and the American foreign mission was they were under domestic occupation. All I do is victimized by media lies, state-sensitive and civil wars under the COINTELPRO and a bunch of more government assassinations. Now we would truly be remiss if we would engage in mixing, but we still got some cats that were kidnapped and still in prison. But we must demand to be free to New York 3 and the soldiers in gold, just to name a few. Then with me as Marshall Conway, Sonny Addis, and St. Q's, and Odegas, Yugos, Matulos, and Maroons. Now in closing for them soldiers, let it be said before you go to bed, I am a revolutionary. To those that remain committed to resistance, clenched fists and solid citizens, revolutionary love from a Panther Cub. Chairman Fred, coming to you live and direct.
COINTELPRO.
POCC. Yo, I got niggas guys in 20 sacks. Shit so plain, guaranteed to blow your wig back.
Heads up, eyes open, and fists clenched. Yeah. This should be the chairman, Fred Hampton Jr. Live and direct. See, now I need y'all to bear with me as I bear my soul and take you to insides behind enemy lines about some state-sanctioned assassinations, mass incarcerations, and some other plans that these pigs are put into place in order, amongst other things, to control the world population. You see, now it ain't no coincidence. A lot of y'all cats don't even know about the infamous COINTELPRO. G-men, government hitmen, directed by Director J. Rubin's hitmen. Political frameworks, which they still got other cats politically caged up, killing us and hitting us, and what is just a gun. And some names for legal reasons, I can't even mention, still in the wrong. Now imagine, if you will, the same goddamn government brought in all the dope, putting your picture on a poster, placing the bounty on your black ass, with the words wanted, played across the daily news front page. Your face being placed by the one of the institution issue scope. See, we talking about a bunch of bad motherfuckers. One for now, one ducking on motherfucking truck. Shit. Go-getters and hard-hitters who gave us free medical centers. You see, still straight up against the system and say, yeah, motherfucker, we subversive and freedom of death. It's trapped up in the spirit of self-defense. Free clothes and free busing programs, first free breakfast programs, armed with a political ideology that will stood the test of time, and a 10-point platform. Hold on now. I fast forward in closing words, for tongues of Black Panther Party Cubs. Let us continue resisting. Never forget, 2037 West Monroe, 4:35 a.m. in the morning, west side of Chicago, 1969.
all.
Like I'm the only rebel in this shit.
Free them all.
My ghetto fairy, these are all the tales. My ghetto tales. These are all the tales that I tell so well. North side, east side, west side, south side. My ghetto fairy tale, all the tales. My ghetto tales. These are all the
Big shout out
tales
to
that I
Sean.
tell so well. North side,
Yours
east
truly,
side,
the official Chairman Fred Hampton Jr.
And this is Chairman Fred Hampton, coming to you live and direct with a
The
revolutionary.
Cubs are coming.
Ears up, eyes open, fist clenched, and dig this. These are the sentiments of those that exist in the condition that are breeding resistance. Now fuck the formalities, but this is rated R for reality. It is what it is, and give it to you the only way I know how to give it. Ain't no second takes or commercial breaks. But they get us there right now, lifelines that didn't have love and hate. They talking about terrorism, shit, in our streets, it seems like the reality that every day is September 11th. Being that our lives don't read the headline, you never get a correct count to count how many of us they be locking up and body bagging up. We'll be giving the voice for voices. Now as we got to the point that on a daily basis, we going out the limit for the ghetto libations. And each here be untold testimonies and unsafe stories a lot of cats don't even want to speak about. Man, our pain will never go away, and our teachers don't even want us to know about our real leaders. While we suffer, we want somebody else speaking for us. While we struggle, we want somebody else profiting up for us. See, like every time we go to the grave, somebody getting paid. Well, it's a new age deal on a plantation. In other words, ghetto translation. We got our own ghetto creoles and those that represent the real. Now it's only right that those that hear this shit and feel this shit be the ones who reveal this shit. These are the ghetto fairy tales. These are the ghetto fairy tales. These are the ghetto fairy tales.
Get down with it.
Hey, now. I know a lot of y'all been waiting on this one. Wanted some directions and send me a DMD, let me know when it's gonna happen. I know you fooling around, I know what you got. And da, 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 da. Yeah, the chat over now. The chat over now. I got yours truly, the official chairman, the junior. Our black hero, where we live in the 773-312-815-630. You name it, we got them right here at Studio 5 East, man, live with your boy. The Jackass of Podcast, and these are all defects. We welcome you, son.
I'm honored, humbled to be here. And this was saying that the record reflect we here on IRD, International Revolutionary Day. Special day, man. You dig?
That was part of my introduction. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't forget.
Yeah.
But like, it's better you than me.
It's all, man, it's all love again. Just for the record, y'all, this is IRD, International Revolutionary Day, which was previously recognized as NRD, National Revolutionary Day. December the 4th, a day in which we say, a day in which two of our twin towers, quote unquote, failed. 21-year-old Chairman Fred, 22-year-old defense head Lamar Clark, on the west side of Chicago. In fact, this marks 52 years since the assassinations were down. So make sure we keep those dates in our minds and our hearts, And just for the record, we're in a historical place also. This is where the vehicle, the Panther Cub car, the 1969 Lincoln, got dressed up and redid right here. So, it's good to be here, man.
Man, muchas gracias, señor. Gracias, muchos buenos. For all my brown brothers, because we represent for y'all as well. Power to the people.
Let me say to them, poder a la gente, power to the people. Revolution es la solución. Revolution is the only solution.
Yes, sir. Man, I've been like, I held this one to my chest.
Yeah.
Like I had guests came over here, they saw the car, knew who I was dealing with, and they was like, man, D, nope.
Yeah.
And don't call them, because the answer's still no.
Yeah.
So, I kept this one to my chest, Chairman, and I swear I did.
I was tough. And we went through, I say, man, make sure you got the right blue, the Panther blue.
We ain't gonna tell them. That's part two.
Okay, part two.
We'll talk about her.
Leave it like something. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, right. But everything political. The car, man.
Let's tell them this.
Okay.
We ain't do that for money.
That's the record reflect. Let the record reflect.
We ain't do that for money.
Real talk. And I emphasize that because a lot of cats can't think past how they said the bag. You know what I'm saying? That was, you gonna come through the door, you say, man.
You know you're a welcome bag, right?
Oh, watch out, man.
And we doing cigars, man, like.
When you cut from the cloth, you know what I'm saying? Hey, in fact, it's a piece of, it's a song, one of the pieces I did, never put profit over the politics of principle. Never.
Did I ask you for money?
You said, listen, you said it'd be an honor. Maybe we're gonna make this happen. You said, man.
No disrespect. Fuck your cop.
Big.
What you want me to do that? No. You want me to do that? Like John Gotti, it's done.
Man, it's done. Real talk.
Real shit.
Real talk. Yeah.
Like Joe, I grew up, like I was fucked up when I was a kid. So a lot of shit I learned it because of structure.
Right on.
So like being under the five,
Yeah.
you know, I was a brother.
Yeah.
So I learned certain shit and it directed me towards certain individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, father, whatever you say.
Yeah.
Joe, that was one of the ones like, you ain't have to be a Black Panther to know that that's that's leadership.
Yeah.
So outside of what I grew with the brothers,
Yeah.
like, that was one of the ones like, nigga, stand for something, don't be no goofball.
Yeah. Right on. Right on. Right on.
That was like long-term leadership.
Yeah.
Today, like
Yeah.
I ain't fuck with you because no other reason, regardless of who I do to get to you.
Yeah.
Joe, I knew about pops.
Yeah. That's right on. That's something we don't take lightly, you know. Real talk.
Back to structure.
Structure, man. You know. It's a piece I reference a lot of times. They go national. It's a National Geographic or Wildlife Channel or something. They got these elephants, right? And they going through. They call musk, M-U-S-K. It's kind of like equivalent to puberty. So they start bumping each other. They just kick in on them at a certain age. They feeling themselves. And then they doing it, and they want to get, I think, 1 or 2 bulls, elephants. These were not these younger elephants. These were not their biological fathers. They just was bulls. And they put them elephants, the male elephants right there amongst them. And the whole atmosphere balanced out. You know, our community, it's certain men names that you can mention. You know what I'm saying? You can see, you know what I'm saying, the response, you can feel it. You know, even biologically speaking, people, you know, say, you know, even releasing certain chemicals with men, you know, pheromones, you know, how, you know, the scent that you release. And then there are those who, in our community, just the thought, you know what I'm saying, the presence of them, it helps keep our community in balance. And not just only for that present day, that present generation. As you mentioned, it transcends generations. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it passes down. You know, you heard such and such, just the
It's
name.
like hereditary.
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk.
We ain't gonna go no further without saying happy birthday to mama, right? On 3, I need the few that's here with us.
Yeah.
We gonna tell mama happy birthday.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Happy birthday, mama! Happy birthday.
We love you, comrade.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Damn it.
She is. She got it. We just had a virtual birthday party, right? For her, Frederica Newton, the widow of Minister U.P. Newton. And it was off the hook, man. You know, and just put in context, you know, she just turned 19. When Chairman Fred in the 5th County Mark Clark was assassinated, she just turned 19 years old. She's 8-9 months pregnant, you know. And she ain't yielded. She ain't backed up 1 minute, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know, she covered down.
Look, I don't mean to cut you off, but like, a lot of people be seeing like, I ain't gonna like, the few people I do deal with, like we be like 100. Like, my circle is a Cheerio. So we rotate the growth with each other.
Okay.
We've been watching the internet and we saw you over there, Ghetto Boys Reloaded, and like the what I want to call it, like,
The snippets.
no, what you and your mama got going on, like how y'all can call each other comrades. They was like, how you gonna say that to his mama? See, you was raised different. Who raised you niggas? Shout out to TK.
Man.
Like that shit shocked. Like we be digging it and then, but like it hit us with like a damn. I wish my mama was that cool. Hey, Curly, I love you. My mama ain't with me, but you see her over there. Yeah. Like my mama was cool, but like she still had to, you know, don't curse. I hit you in your mouth. You know, you and your mama, it hit different. When you can actually be you with your mama. The motherfucker told you what you can and you can't do. You hit your mama with the comrade. My mama was like, "Yo, that's awesome." He to the right of me.
Respect, man. I was on the was talking to him on the phone, and another his brother was locked up. His mother overheard me. She said, "Did you call your mother comrade?"
Hey.
And you know, it's stuff that you in it. You take it for granted. It's natural to you. You know. We know that was my first jail cell. I mean, think about it. That was my first cell. I'm locked up with him. Real talk. That's my first cell.
That's cold.
And
I damn near called you fuck. That's cold.
And you know, she witnessed her husband, comrade, taken to the infamous Menard. Her son, comrade, taken to the infamous Menard prison. Menard, for those who are outside the area listening, it's a southern plantation, southern concentration camp. And when we talk about battle, man, it's not just like, like that structure. I'm so fortunate to have it, man, you know what I'm saying? It's, I remember I was in Stateville prison, and Spike Lee version of Malcolm X movie came on. And I heard this cat upstairs say something like, the scene at the show Malcolm being assassinated. The cat said, "Man, that's what happened to him." And it blew me. That cat had no idea about, saying Malcolm, what happened to Malcolm X.
Yes, sir.
I said, damn. I remember calling her. I said, man, maybe me and you subjective. Maybe we think that it's natural for people to struggle, and to be knowledgeable of certain things, And I'm not saying this is some, dogma or elitism type of way, but just, I recall, one sister said to me, she said, "Man, I just can't get over your mother covering down over your father. And it shouldn't happen." And one sister asked her, "How do you feel covering over your man?" And she, her response was, "I covered over the deputy chairman, the Black Panther Party." That commitment to struggle, to believe in something, and not no subjective. A lot of people that say stuff, I say, okay, imagine if they can see if it's for their family or their relationship. They're like, okay, they say, okay, I can do this for my woman, my man, my home, but for the people, to be able to be
Somebody you don't know.
That you don't know.
Just call.
That you don't know, but you don't know, but you do know. We know our people. We study our people, the good, the bad, and the ugly, in an objective way. You know what I'm saying? And we know the struggle. And see, comrades is a term that you put in context of war that you recognize. We got comrades you may not even get. For me, Field Marshal,
For you, my brother,
yeah.
I love you as at birth.
Man, right on. Minister UEP Newton never met Field Marshal George Jackson face to face. The closest they came was being several cells apart from each other. But it was as a structure, and that that you in warfare you don't pick up your word means a lot. It's this kid I grew up with, man. I remember our relationship. It was so, if something happened, you get into it, and he passed you. The Heat.
Did he call you Flintstone?
Oh, listen, you know, we went all the way back that man. You know this guy? Listen, if you pass the guy that you got no confidence in him, the dream you got to check to make something done in.
I gave it to him because he know what to do.
And you know that you're dependable, that there's something in there, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are deprived of that. That's, you know what I'm saying, that structure, they're deprived of that. To have that type of relationship with, other people, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that impacted you, like, it has long-range impact on you. You meet a lot of people, they may call it trust issues or whatever. A lot of you have never had no frame of reference of a structure, of an organization.
Yeah, that's a peeve. Like, you ain't gonna be running around here like this was my thing with a couple of the brothers that's in the little circle I got, my little Cheerio. Mm-hmm. Like, how you gonna run around here and say, oh, Neil, oh, Lab? You don't know shit about that.
That's intentional. It's the design.
A lot of them just follow the idle shit. Like, you just heard something, you live over there, follow suit. Goofball, if you ain't no spade, you're a fuck boy.
A criminal psychologist said behavior is affected by consequences. You know what I'm saying? You was a time when you would like a climate, you look down upon, you know certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a climate where, like, okay, I give you an example in the revolutionary sense, content, I give you a sense in the street setting, just catch it on the street. It was a term, like Chairman Fred would say, the best dressed brother was one with a leather jacket in the 45. You couldn't even talk to no sister unless you was involved in the struggle. Your music couldn't even sit, you know what I'm saying? On the streets, with this, you know what I'm saying? There's certain dynamics with like, cats when you talk to cats about like, your lip, spit your lip. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain dynamic. I remember I was protesting on Chicago Avenue, police had killed this brother, I can recall his name. And I watched a situation where we protested. This brother across the street come on trying to holler at this sister. And I think it was her cousin got killed. And he come on trying to talk to her. She said, man, you ain't coming over here with us standing over here protesting? He ain't nothing you can talk to me about. And I watched him work his way over there, man. And, you know what I'm saying? And, the ante was up. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to Bob being lowered when certain things go along, you have a different dynamic of a structure. Say, man, certain things ain't cool. In the 60s, James Brown had a whole totally different song playing at first. He wasn't talking about singing I'm Black and I'm Proud. It was a climate with such forces as Imam Jamil Alameen, now known as H.R. Brown. Then known as H.R. Brown, now known as Imam Jamil Alameen. He's a political prisoner right now. He literally drove down on dude, James Brown, said, you better go back in the studio with that garbage you talking about.
Fix this shit.
Man, when he come back out, I'm Black and I'm Proud. He could have pulled that stuff he pulled later on. It was the Rocky movie with the red, white, and blue drawers on to live in America. You know what I'm saying? It was a climate where Marvin Gaye was able to go against the record companies, you know what I'm saying? Motown, all that, and say, man, I'm gonna put this song on what's going on, whether you like it or not. It was a climate, you know what I'm saying, where it wasn't cool, you know, say, disrespect sisters and you rob from the people. You know what I'm saying? It was a different dynamic. And that's what I'm saying, the climate, like even the street tribes, like you know, the streets. It's certain times, certain terms, it's certain names that you have to know, certain fashion, you know, so you come, you know, it was second nature. So even though, you know what I'm saying, if there was some weaknesses, which there was some weaknesses, there was some deficiencies, there was some contradictions. You want bright, cats up front now, tell you, man, I ain't, man, they take you through the door.
They can buy drugs and get a receipt. Talk about music.
One time I said on the movie set, Judas and Black Messiah, I said, one of my concerns is that we put this movie out at a time that a generation that cannot even understand or relate to the significance of a free breakfast program. They gonna be like, a lot of them gonna be like, man, why you need a free breakfast program? Why you just don't order a Grubhub?
They ain't gonna think like that.
Excuse me?
I said they ain't gonna think like that.
Who?
No, you know why?
Why?
Because you all set that foundation, so they copycat to certain populations. So when you think of a free breakfast program, they embedded it into a lot of systems. So now they know that it's automatic. They know that it's coming.
No, I'm saying, now the difference, the deal is, what was unique about the Black Panther Party free breakfast program as opposed to a state? See,
I'm
giveaway
saying
that's
they
being
took
funded.
I'm saying that they took what you all
the state
did.
did, the government did.
They took what you all did,
And
and
they-
now like you're saying, like the kids today wouldn't know that, like the younger generations, they wouldn't know that. That's because they embedded it into it, thinking that they did it when you all did it.
My point exactly. They would not understand the significance of it. That's my point exactly. They would not understand the significance. Similar to everything that you get is political. You just get one of the struggles there was even internally with the Black Panther Party. Minister Huey Perdue said that we must even politicize the gun. We must even politicize the gun. That's what you mean. The gun is political. Minister Huey Perdue said you must even distinguish what makes the people's gun different from the police's gun. You know what I'm saying? If you can't say politicized, the state ain't got no problem with cats being armed. The problem is if they've been politicized with the gun. See, you go back and look at Denzel died, Richmond, California, gunned down by the police. When the Black Panther Party went out there, that's the first newsletter came out, so they became the Black Panther Party newspaper. They politicized the people. The next day, the grandmas and people came out armed. And the government was out gunning them. However, it was a politic to it. You know what I'm saying? That the state said, it's a problem. That's who came out with Senator Mulford. They called it the Panther Bill. They made a put together law. That's what Senator Mulford pushed for a bill to disarm the community. They didn't have no problem with cats having guns at first. They said, now who is these cats? Who is these niggas politicizing these motherfuckers? Said, yeah, we are, and politicizing it. Now it became a problem. That's when you see the Black Panther Party march up to the state legislature in the state capitol, May 2nd, 1967, and challenged them over that. The free breakfast programs, these are not programs for charity. These are survival programs. Minister Huey Perdue say survival pending what? Revolution. See, it's one thing to have charity. Ain't gonna get no problem with giving just charity. But to get the people involved in self-determination is a different dynamic. They, like we talk economics, they ain't no problem with somebody can have some money.
You having more fun than me.
Okay, let me back up. I'm back in the past.
Let me get technical.
You know what? Let me say something real quick. Forgive me. This is my addiction.
How dare you?
This is my addiction.
This is your platform, sir.
This is, man, I still want to balance it out.
No problem with you abusing your
People say, you seen the comments on the Ghetto Boys Reloaded? Some cats say, he talking too fast. One of the funniest response.
No, some of you niggas ain't listening.
And what, see, even language is political.
I swear.
Even language is political.
I learned to listen, Joe.
Language is political. People say, well, you're not speaking proper. Language is political. And it's how you take on. Speak my language, I hate it. Come on.
That codes with.
Some of the coldest conversations I had in town, Supermax. Town is a Supermax prison. Like Orly Thomas, Orly Head, all them was down there.
Demir Lee.
They was down the tip. We had the coldest conversations without saying a word.
Purvis Shields.
I'm in isolation. Let me vent with you real quick. They put the word out, they finna take everybody down there who represents a problem. I'm telling my cellmate, they coming for me. He showed me the rule, oh no, they're not gonna get you because you're not a gang chief, you don't have no assaults. I said, you really believe that rhetoric they putting in that paper on me? Bless your heart. I say, listen, man, I ain't crying the blues. They coming for me. Oh, they can't come for you, man, because you got, I said, okay.
He look like me and you, or he different? Brown, anything other than us. Do he look like us?
He look like us, but his aspirations
Different.
He inspired to be part of the system. When you aspire to be part of something, there's certain things you don't see, you can't hear. I'm on the yard in Stateville. I'm on the yard.
How you get there?
How do you Stateville?
Fuck that part. How you get there?
How I get to Stateville?
Yeah.
I just told this story earlier.
I ain't either.
Okay. It took me out of Shawnee. Shawnee was classified as the worst medium prison in the state at the time.
They fight over there.
They fight like a motherfucker. They take showers with their shoes and boots tied up.
Facts. In Illinois.
I get down there. I just told this bitch crazy. It's like deja vu.
Right.
So I get down there. I go to the yard. I study. I watch these cats going to the yard. Watch the different organizations. I see the Vice Lords, the Storms. It's like, I see them counting their membership before they go on yard and count them when they come off. I said, man, why y'all do that? Why they do that? He said, just in case one of the other guys take one of our guys, take them up on the yard and they disappear, we want to count our guys. Then another brother told me how the prison is known for making you disappear. I said, why we don't have this for against the guards then? Let me take what y'all doing to tweak it. So we put together this program that, check in, prisoner come in. I said, let me politicize you. I said, what you mean? I can't have you just call somebody mama, auntie on some other shit. Understand the political significance of this program. It's called a kumi. Kumi is Swahili for 10. We broke it down to tens. Called a kumi. So then, I go in the yard one day, and all the different factions, they throwing their fist up on the yard. I'm running, doing my job. I said, okay, if they come for me, I'm out of here. I'm coming to pack my stuff up. The administration told the guys they locking them down. And so we locking y'all down because of him. Mind you, Shawnee they was running such an iron fist. They told the Muslim community they couldn't pray over their food. It was gang activity. Facts. Facts, in Shawnee. So guys say he keep on saying the woo. That's why we lock y'all down. If he stopped saying it, we let y'all off lockdown. A lot of guys, man, he fucked it up for us, man. So they run the shower. I go to the shower, everybody watching. What are you gonna do? You gonna say it again? So I tell the guys, listen, if y'all ride with this here, this open the door up for y'all to, be able to pray with food, everything. Come back to the thing, before they lock me in the cell, put my fist up. Which means freedom. Lock it down. They come get the cellmate. They take him downstairs, they bring him back. Put back in the cell, he shook up like Elvis Presley. Up under the sheet. I said, what happened? They asked me about you. So the lieutenant comes, I said, you didn't ask about me. My jacket, my file down there. He said, all right. Next morning, they come to about 5 in the morning. They click the door open, they whisper, come go with us to healthcare. I said, I'm cool, they ain't put no request in for healthcare.
Do this got anything to do with you being from this store?
No, this got something to do about me being Chairman Fred Hampton.
I know that part. They knew that from the beginning.
You know what I'm saying? And even throughout my life, there's certain consistencies I had. You know what I'm saying? There's certain, this system, know your caliber before you know your own caliber.
Whereabouts to?
Whereabouts to?
So they know what you're involved with,
What you
people around
you. They never, like I say about parking a biggie, I say shit. You in the government's surveillance, and they happen to you, they set up, they know about it. So fast forward, they come through the helicopter and everything. Long story short, I ended up in Stateville, I think March 10th, 1997. First time in the maximum security prison. Get down to Stateville, they get us a long line, chained up the shop, rats running through the gallery, guys out the door, don't bring no celly here. So they said, hold on, that's Chairman Fred. They said, the guard, what cell you want to go in? Man, you put me in the cell with Chris Blood, Stone, Disciple, Vice, whatever you want to do, I'm good. I give my orientation right there to the door. Throw me in the cell. Man, catch him, man. One guy, they throw me in the cell. One guy, he tried to run. He tell me the whole thing. Say, man, they just shipped Minister KT. Not that my BDKT. Yeah. He just still out here. They say, heard you was coming down there with y'all in the gallery at the same time. And the guy tell me to say it. He said, listen, man, Chairman, I know what you want. Be cool down here. He said, they come through and he said, the guards whoop us on Monday morning, Wednesday after lunch, and Friday.
They got a schedule?
That's what I said. I said, what you mean? I said, they got a schedule whooping up? He said, I said, man, you should ask me to come in the cell with you. He said, I'm not going for no shit like that, man. He said, no, man, what you mean? I said, no, I'm not saying I can't get whooped, but ain't no motherfucker gonna whoop me on no
I ain't just accept no whooping.
I said, I didn't go for that shit. Grab you at 3 o'clock whooping your ass after school. You telling me that? I said, man, it ain't happening, man. I said, man, as soon as they get a sale opportunity, you need to give me about it. So look, I tie my shoes up. I'm on 10. I'm on the bunk. I'm on something like, man. This captain come knock on the door. Hampton, I told him, yeah, what's up? He said, calm down, shit. Ain't no motherfucker with me. He said, no, we know who you are. I said, man, I ain't no motherfucker with me on no schedule.
Now, is this stemming from the trumped up charges from the beginning?
Which trumped up charges? But the aggravated, but the
I believe
Korean
all was a little bit of trouble.
All of them, that's what you said. Which trumped up charges?
Right. Illinois charges.
Shit, let me hit the motherfucker back to back. This is the case.
No letter.
This happened about the Rodney King verdict?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After the uprisings happened at the Sinai Valley verdict by Rodney King, Judge Michael P. Toomey to give me 18 years. And during the trial, legal lynching, they made it very clear I was being locked up. And even though the circuit was illegal, I still was on the circuit. That's what stands for, that same bit.
Nah, I know you gave me bad a few ticks. Joe, what the fuck? Like, okay, my mama and my daddy been cool. For my whole life I had both my parents. So there was no reason for me to go in the direction I went. That's what I chose to do. I'm stuck with the consequences. Like you, on the other hand, mama and daddy stand for like some soul shit, a soul purpose. Like this is for not just me. When I'm gone, this for you. While I'm here, this for you. I work for you, mama and daddy. And they be like, man, fuck him. All this time, how the fuck did you deal with all that? I know it was hard, but like knowing, these my consequences. I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that.
It's embarrassing being oppressed. It's embarrassing being oppressed. I disagree with the narrative that said we all got choices. I don't think we can one hand say we on the plantation, we ain't free, then one hand say we got choices. I think, as romanticism. America's definition of diplomacy is letting others have their way. America's definition of diplomacy is letting others have their way. There's so Machiavellian, you believe that you call and demanded more cameras in your community. You believe that you demanded more Coca-Cola in your communities. Ain't gonna flip the script. They say, okay, you're right. You want more police? When you control the conditions, you say, okay, you chose this politician. You chose this particular drug. You chose chitlins. You chose crack. You chose. I disagree with that narrative. Even if it's individual, say, you know, you just said you had two-parent household. But the whole is bigger than the part. And the community, which we are deprived of, everything from the type of music, the type of atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, with the dynamics of what's, you know what I'm saying, you could be, you're like an aberration, you know what I'm saying, you're like a sore thumb sticking out. You can't, nobody to relate to. Like I tell you, it's even like to be a friend to me is difficult. Cause you, like even it's okay, like, say like, even relationships. Like interaction is important. In fact, it's a necessity. Because a Supreme Court judge had commented about the Supermax prison. A Supreme Court judge has said, with isolation, if you by yourself and you're not coming in contact with other people, you lose the ability to distinguish what's dirty, what's stink, you know what I'm saying? What's contradictory, because you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So when it's one thing to say that you is a two-parent household. Who can you have a conversation with? You follow what I'm saying? It's like now.
It's narrowed down thin.
It's narrowed down thin. So you need, like you may discipline your child as an individual, but it's a climate. It's a climate.
How many of us doing
Come on now. When you deprived of that, the deal is, before you know it, you fall off into it. You follow what I'm saying? Me and my brother was talking earlier about it, you know, saying, guys, why you think in San Francisco and other places, when they parole them guys, they parole them right to the dope spots, right to the whole stroll. They put them right there. You got the best intentions, but you're invaluable. You know what I'm saying? So that I feel that's what was like. Even my language. Some guy put in a comment on the Reloaded podcast. He said, "Man, like he got his own language."
You're not listening.
But listen, I was watching some old Panther footage.
It ain't no different.
They was talking. I said, "That's my shit." I'm listening to everybody talking. It was just like it was a climate. 14. It was a different 14-year-old, a different 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I got coupons. I got cards. I wanted to ask you certain shit. I ain't reached for them yet. That's how, it ain't so much as organic, but like we had a relationship before we had a relationship. Because when I first met you, I told you like, your daddy was my hero.
Yeah.
He ain't here, so I don't got no latchment. Luckily, he had a son who, traditionally in their culture would say, "This is what you supposed to do, young lad." And so I latched on to that because you said the same things he said. So it's like glue. You are my black hero. I don't gotta ask you nothing that's scripted. Because for the most part, I memorized it. So it gotta come out like I mean what I say to you. I can't be trying to say something what don't need to say it. Because I watch you. Before internet, I watched you. So I can't be asking you nothing to try and get clickbait. I don't want clickbait. I want facts. Understand me with a P. So you the illest. And like, we don't got no chiefs in Chicago. They took all of it from us. You the closest thing to the hat. The apple. It's a signature, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you your
It's funny you see that. Other day on the repass of a funeral, an older cat, he said, "Man, you be wearing them hats and them peacoats like you still the 60s, man." I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "Call me an old soul." Later on that night, we outside a 2 Chainz concert. So I'm inside the bus. A man at the door, he come back. They tell him, "Can't get in." I get out the bus. Soon as I woke up, security car, they swarm. Hey, I reckon that's Chairman Fred with that hat. Come on, man, straight in.
told you I bought a hat for tonight.
Man, I'm in Atlanta. They see me, they see the hat, they say, man, we need you to come on through 85 South. I said, 85 South? They're like, yeah, 85 South. This yellow go through there. DC flooded, the rest is history.
I gotta go backwards, Joe. I never reach for these cards. Every time I want to say something, you fill in the fucking blank for me.
You see?
Now, on that note, is it me or is it like in the air? Like, how don't nobody want to interview you?
You read the comments?
Not one interview, but like, how they platform ain't wide open for you like it is for the negative part of whatever we build. We're gonna get your story after we hear about who died about what you built.
Cats asked after the movie was released, Judas and Black Messiah. I said, man, why you went on Britain?
Yeah, we filmed that here. Right on the wall.
Yeah,
Not that right.
it's all love. Cats asked me, why you down on the Purpose Club? Why they don't talk to you? You read the comments and get reloaded? You bitch TK Kirkland? You see his comment?
No, I didn't.
Vlad was going to interview Lady Rage. I won't be going today. He got words. It didn't happen. Lord Jamal was before, when he was on Vlad, was in New York. He was doing a live thing. I got word I would be on the, coming through the ups. Didn't happen. Our former deputy minister of culture, another name, his name was Rage. I lost contact with him about 10, 15 years. Got back in contact with him. He said, man, I'm gonna get you on this platform, Vlad. I said, I heard of him. I'm holding my tongue, I'm laughing. He said, he called me and said, Chairman, he not touching you. A few years ago, August 30th, brother, LA Melvin Farmer said, he gonna give me, and I said, okay. He not touching. TK Kirkland said in the comment section, pulled up in the comment section, he said, I was there when Vlad employees declared war on Fred. It's in the comment section.
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen.
Real talk. Real talk.
Me and my mom, like we talked about this. Well, the day I came back from Hawaii, I was like, "You coming in?" You was like, "Yeah." Blah blah blah. So I ain't got no, but my little Cheerio. So I'm like, Joe, this is what I'm up against. Joe, it was really like, why ain't nobody talking to this dude, man? After the Judas and Messiah, because I like again, like we put it on the wall. Like I had a whole little setup. Joe, check this out, Joe, because I knew what it was going to be about. I didn't know they was going to have to move, because from me to you, the movie wasn't about Pops. It was about this side, how they infiltrated, more so what he did for people. No color, what he did for people.
You think if they up front outright told you it was about Pops by the chairman, that movie could have got put out?
No. No.
Well,
Because it was too much.
shit, real talk. If they point blank said, but you look at the information, and also second question. Do you think the people can handle it?
Fuck no. I almost went there. I'm
Hey, you know what I thought about? Remember when them 13, I think about 13 white children got found in the mountains of California? They were starving and stuff, they hadn't been fed. 13 white children. It was all malnutrition. And people come on calling in, feed them. And doctor said, wait a minute. You'll kill them.
Straight up.
They ain't ate nothing.
Man.
Yes, give them saline, salt water, be cool. If you hit these other cats who their parents and their grandparents have never told them about who Chairman Fred is, and you hear out the blue, I had a brother I was locked up with, man. When he heard about Chairman Fred and Pontiac said segregation,
You could feel the steam, bro. You could feel the heat. He said, man, I grew up on that block. My daddy ain't said nothing. My guys ain't said nothing. He wrote letters, he lost it. He said, I never knew about this man. I said, slow down, brother, be cool, man. He said, be cool, nothing. He lost it. I said, brother, I said, step by step, let me explain to you, man. He said, man, Chairman, he said, I'm not hearing nothing, man. He lost, he went off on his father, everything, man. You've been depleted of all this. It's a process. Guy told me in Maywood, 52 years old. He had the movie theater scene Judas and the Black Messiah with his wife, his children, mother and father, two-parent household. He's speaking about what's going to happen in the movie. His father say, man, how do you know all this? He said, I talked to his son. He said, I talked to his widow. He said, Dad, why are you talking about this? His father told him, son, we just want a peace.
Yeah, that's funny, like, Chicago don't act like it want no peace. We raggedy as hell.
It's different to a peace, catching the street of peace from pigs.
I'm talking about around the board, like, where the few, like the few motherfuckers that's getting some money.
No, cats ain't no problem with smoking amongst each other. Cats don't want no heat from the system.
Outside the system, these motherfuckers don't want no smoke.
No, cats get smoke every day, all day.
Man, that shit ain't, that's for play. That's for play.
My point exactly.
Motherfuckers just down for nothing. I'm talking about real smoke, like, nigga, this is what I stand for. Like, you ain't gonna come through that door right there, playing with that shit, this shit.
Again, this system kills you in a different way. They kill you for generations. Other day, I said this to people. A proposition was brought to us, and a name came up who I know is an agent provocateur. I said, no go, I'm good, we good. Other people got upset. Come on, why you don't do it? I said, no go. I said, this, you ever heard of COINTELPRO? Agent provocateurs? One of the people said, I ain't scared. I said, bless your heart. Because it's not just about you. You know what sticks you know? I'm listening to radio the other night, talk show. And the guy said something about Malcolm X's daughter's death. He said a lot of people feel like Malcolm X's family and the Kennedy family are constantly being targeted. And it hit me. The case that Malcolm's daughter had, young Malcolm Spazz's mother, the white boy, the agent that was on, was in sixth or in grammar school. You're not only talking about something with you. I told that dude when he said he ain't scared, I said, you selfish motherfucker. Shh. You selfish, subjective motherfucker.
Ain't worried about nobody.
You have no idea what this motherfucker does. You have no idea what this motherfucker does. People say, man, I mean, Pete Newton got biological children. He said, man, thought he was got concerns about that. He had some. Tupac said he didn't want to bring no second-class citizen to this world. You ask yourself what type of conditions was on those slave ships. And people rather than their baby. What make it common? It became a common practice. Stolen babies over there to the Shaw as opposed to coming into the system.
It's funny you said that because I had some guests here. This is November. This is December. Right before October, before I left, I had the Chicago chapter of the the black Jew people. I can't remember exactly.
Hebrews name?
Bingo. I had some of them over here.
I cut them out.
You gonna get your time.
I'm sorry.
But they was here, and you know, I tend to cater to my guests. So what I don't know, I would rather listen and learn from you and get my own objective of it. So they was here, and they went on their little rampage about Deuteronomy and some more things I'm familiar with. I just don't know a whole lot of it because it just didn't hit what I needed. You know, it didn't do enough for me to inquire a lot about it. Long story short, they saw your car. Let me take pictures. No. They said something else, and then they went to telling me about some, people like the Black Panthers, and they named a few more people, and they said something about Huey P. Newton. He got high, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you know, the best of us done got high off something, so ain't nobody perfect. So why would you use that? Like, that was the red flag, the first one, like, you gonna use, because whatever reason you know about he got high, anything of that, you gonna use that one to say his message wasn't worth listening to. Red flag. I ain't saying but because I was still learning. But your car here, so they insisted on going through the Panther thing. And I was waiting for them to, you know, say something about you. But they ain't know enough. They can only speak on your father and, you know, that part.
I don't know about the chairman. You already know what the chairman, I mean, they tell the chairman here because they take some old sanitized book. See, we such a hot meeting.
Stop. It wasn't so much his name, no. Like, that was the strong part. Like, okay, if you could say he got high, you can't figure this part out though. Like, that's what I got from it. Regardless of what Huey did, it hit this one, and that's what took toll. And they knew there was gonna be what was gonna make everything else catch. So they did what they did.
There was a movie piece came out called Vanguard of Revolution. They interviewed me for about 6 hours. None of them made it to the video, to the documentary. None of them. All of us cut. 6 hours they talked to me. Cats was like, Chairman, why you going to this piece? They respected your pops. I said, disrespect the Minister Huey P. Newton. At your family reunion, you go to your family reunion, you say, they respected your pops, your moms. But they slandered and disrespected the patriarch.
I am you, you are me.
And not just I am you, you me. The patriarch, the matriarch. You go to family reunion and say, man, you catch talk to grandma, man, Big Papa, real bogus.
I am, you know.
Not just me, as I'm trying to say, not this is the chief theoretician. This is who stood up October 15, 1966, Oakland, California. 2 brothers trapped. Mr. Huey P. Newton, Chairman Bobby C. This is for all practical purposes. This is the groundbreaker for that. You know what I'm saying? And again, not that, and you have to be careful because since they cut you, they go through different routes. Right? We'll cut them through this direction, cut them this direction. Black Panther Party, man. You put in context. One thing I told Ice-T this one time. I said, I got a lot of disagreements. I say, but one thing you said made a lot of sense. He said, what's that? Ice-T was on our City Hall show. And they showed a picture of Ice-T. And everybody started laughing. Clothes he had on. Ice-T said, what was y'all wearing around that time? To come see me. Y'all get quiet. You put in context of the time that Minister Huey P. Newton was demoralized, well, get out. Do a check with them cats, their parents.
Well, none of nobody else was doing
Entertain, common in our community. You know what I'm saying? You really put stuff in context, you know what I'm saying? You telling me motherfucking Alaska lives in an igloo. I'm like, your point is what?
It's cold.
It's common. It's easy to play Monday morning quarterback and look back in retrospect and say, man, this shouldn't happen. The information we done found about crack cocaine and chemical biological warfare. Look at the coronavirus right now today. It's certain things now that we can look back now and say, man, you don't do this, you don't do that. But you put it in context, I mean, what's even doubted it how it was when it first was brought to us. You know what I'm saying? See, even on his worst day, his cats would tell you they was in dope houses. But Minister U.P. Newton, he's still talking about the struggle, the people. You know what I'm saying? Man, he's still talking a lot of these cats on his birthday.
Hey man,
Chairman Fred said ain't no bad motherfucker.
I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna go on record in front of you. Like, I smoked PCP, marijuana, like everybody did. They were like, I smoked PCP. And it wasn't a folk on the hustle on the west side of Chicago didn't know who the fuck I was. I shook all their hands, with the exception of Sean Wayfield. For the record, all the brothers in it, they know what I did.
That's where you gotta start over, that vice on the volume.
I got
I'm gonna cry that true.
They know what I did.
I tell you, you technology.
But, cause I got high didn't mean, don't forget, for you, my brother, our love begins at birth. So
Contradictions and all.
You can't use that again.
Contradictions and all. Contradictions and all. Come on.
That's why I said like that was a red flag. Don't say that.
Real talk.
Like come up with something else.
Will, come on. Will said.
Do better at least.
Will said. Will said.
So don't.
See, a lot of motherfuckers don't believe they shit stink.
Shit stink. I don't give a fuck.
No. They don't believe. No, they don't believe.
No, shit stink. So if I do it and you do it,
but by them eating up in Master's house, and that is they believe it's some purified, something else, is some fertilized, it's an arrogance. And they shit do smell different than that. Because see, you ain't have to deal with the conditions we dealing with on the plantation out there in the field.
Facts.
Your shit do smell different. But one thing that's different about that shit, that's our shit. They releasing masses shit. They are regurgitating ruling class rhetoric.
You regurgitating garbage.
Ruling class rhetoric. Even if it's our mistakes, it's our shit. I can deal with that.
Creative rights.
I'd rather have that.
We'll make the narrative.
I'd rather have that as opposed to some of your bourgeoisie.
Now, I'm gonna reach over here because like, it's one thing I want to ask.
My brother, you good on time? How you doing? You make a move? Okay.
Man, we ain't get you over here yet, brother Bible. For the record.
You gonna come back on us? Yeah. You gonna come back?
You wanna get us, we gonna get a part two? Will you sign up for part two?
Check it out.
Hey man, for y'all that don't know, we do got a brother that's here that's gonna give us some jewels, gems, and everything you need. Brother Bible gonna come back on another day, you know, after we do what we need to do and figure out what we need to figure out, what he know and we don't know.
Yeah.
We gonna chime into that part, but he ain't got a lot of time, so if he don't get to sit right chimp next to your boy, I got you on part two. Believe that part. Brother Bible, they know that. You understand?
I just want to come back with me some head or something.
Come on over here, man. Let them know what's goddamn is going on.
You want to make a move because you just eat way or something. Then go ahead. Okay. You so face you gonna step in for 1 second.
Yep.
You started to reach the older?
Yeah, it's back on.
All this back to back, 95 South. You know what it is?
Man, come on, man. Up in Annie.
Black
How
man.
you doing? How you doing?
Being easy, man. Stand out the way.
My brother, our brother, man.
Brother Bible, man. Right to the right of me.
See, he get us back on here, man. I say this. It's gonna be phenomenal. Yeah, he,
Them, like, I ain't gonna tell y'all. Introduce yourself, bro.
What's up? My name Bible from Southwest Side, Inglewood. You know, I've been gone 25 years. I got out in 2020, August 17th. You know, I'm from Inglewood. You know, 63rd, 69th, 57. I had a mandatory minimum life sentence. See, I really supposed to be here. I didn't have no out date. You know, I was indicted, convicted, and sentenced with Mr. Larry Hoover. Yeah, I was a youngster, you know, 25. You know, so that was a long road.
Very long road.
Yeah. A lot of deep soul searching. You know what I mean? But I come from them parts. You know what I mean?
You can tell us something about them cats, maybe that's the same little movement, right?
I mean, you know, no, not
The
really.
low end, like, okay, I was in St. Charles, so a lot of the younger guys, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere different. The Dale Vikings and the Bogus Boys. That's when you was going in?
No, it was way before, back in the late 80s, early 90s. See, the Bogus Boys, all them, now I grew up with them.
I want to interrupt real quick. It's I don't. It's like this generation now. They be like traveling everywhere. We was just commenting earlier. All of us. I mean, him was commenting. Everybody was commenting earlier. But it's reflective of our time period. It was like two different worlds. South side, west side.
Yeah.
I'm tripping up there, and it's a lot of youngsters. They like.
I learned that in jail.
We met each other.
I learned that in jail.
I learned that in jail. It was like, man, I remember, I just flashback when the brother going to Rockwell Projects, and we go up on a bus, we're like, man, West Side, and it's something, how this system have us, you know, subjugated, you know what I'm saying? It's like our community is like a prison.
You said it.
Yeah.
It's like a prison, like, you know, this, what cell house you gonna be in? We thought about like even directions. To this day, I be like, I get salty, I get upset, like, man, we can walk in like the street she just named. We can do a blindfold, you know, on the south side. We used to, because the gentrification, they go Starbucks and shit, you know what I'm saying?
So we grew up around the same area.
Same area, you know what I'm saying? Every area, we pick it, we doing it. And that whole, how they had us, I be watching the youngsters now. There's one, and how they move around.
They travel.
You know what I'm
You'll
saying?
catch a motherfucker on Lotus. He grew up on 63rd. He might have grew up on the low end.
Right.
Yeah.
The low end would have been like the Ickies, Hillier Homes,
Right.
Robert Taylor. Then you got like we would consider Inglewood for me. Like Inglewood would be the offset from the low end. That's the higher for like you way out south. When you get in Inglewood, you out south. Like the low end, you still out
to
like,
Wild Hunters though.
that's south south.
Right.
When you get in the hundreds, you way the fuck out south.
Right. Okay.
Southwest would have been like Chinatown, the Ickies, Motown. Right.
Yeah. I'm glad. I mean, what's the Wild Hunters?
I was just privileged. Like I knew G Shaw.
Okay.
I was one of the motherfuckers out west. Like you said he from K-Town, and I knew he was from out south. He was just one of the, we ain't gonna say it on camera, but he was one of the guys from out south.
Right.
He wasn't from K-Town. But he was part of the shit that was going on in Cape. That's, going with that. Like, but I knew G-Shab, and he didn't come from where I came from. Right. But I knew the stature that came, like when he came around, act right. Mm-hmm. It was like if I was on motherfucking Madison and a motherfucker like Shake popped up, or a motherfucker like Low popped up, you knew authority around. Not so much as authority, but a motherfucker that was gonna make shit maneuver for everybody. Right. You knew when to act right when certain motherfuckers came around. And that was one of the motherfuckers I knew, like, I wasn't under the umbrella, but like, he was a smooth nigga to me. Like, if you wasn't got them in order, then you was out of order. Simple shit. With anything, like right. Motherfucker, if you ain't here at 9 and you know we start at 9, you getting the right up. Simple shit. I know a few motherfuckers like that. I was just like one of the motherfuckers from out west that was privileged to know people from everywhere. I knew Chuck. I knew KB. I know the chairman. For the most part, like, he would have been the motherfucker, like, you from out west. While you sitting here talking the Southside move, like, you from out west to me. So, like, you a motherfucker like Fluky. You was never part of nothing, but you can go anywhere.
It's funny.
And it made sense.
It's funny because we do our events every year, always 30 December 4th in particular. I try to balance them out. Like people say, if you look at all the flyers we did in the past, I intentionally have South Side and West Side. I take that into account. And people get salty. And sometimes I go on 45th and Michigan and Mansion. Wallace is on the West Side. I keep that in mind. And I remember one time I said something to the effect like, he said, where you from? I said, man, I said, man, I was conceived on the West Side. Mama said, you don't know where you was conceived. Don't be telling nobody knew. She's like, I say, well, I said, okay, I go for dual citizenship, grew up on the South Side, but the chairman, like in the Panther Party, they had sites on 43rd Indiana, and with the headquarters on Madison, California. And even when I organized, that's a major leap to be able to win. Let's deal with that. If we talk unity, you know what I'm saying? Just to even like.
It's extremely hard to get out south and out west to coincide. Today. I could imagine years ago, but today it's even as hard as then.
Back then, before I was in prison, I used to go anywhere. You know what I mean? I was welcome everywhere. I could go to Greens, I could go to Washington, K-Town. I can go out to Hunters, I can go to Jeffrey Manors, I can go to Honorary Wells,
the square.
I can go to East. I was welcome there by myself.
Yeah.
Everybody couldn't do that.
No, they couldn't.
And I was loved everywhere I went. I was embraced. I was welcome.
Yeah.
Boy, you gotta be researching tonight. Every researcher tonight, man, I'm out to go dig. Like, I can't find you on no YouTube or no shit, because that shit wasn't relevant when you was around.
Yeah.
So I gotta go dig in my that little black book.
She's like Little Dirt, Big Dirt, all us work together.
Guess what?
Wakita, all us work together. Monreal, all us work together.
You want me to show you? I got Dirk Daddy number right there.
Yeah. We were with the ropes together.
Whole level against you. You know your man was over here.
Ooh.
No, that's what I'm telling. Like, your man was over here. Quit, give me my interview, Dirk's dad. Better known as Dirk's daddy.
Yeah.
I'm on you, Jack.
Chairman, he was smart. We with the ropes, man. He didn't go to class. He get all A's. He was a genius.
Joe, you know what? I know the guy that started the Shy podcast. When he started that thing, he threw him out there. Like, I know him.
I can see why Little Dirt was sharp. His father was a real sharp. He used to build TVs from scratch at home. Before, while he was in high school. Before he went to the Bryan Institute. You know what I'm saying? He's highly
Joe, the old man, nice like that.
Yeah.
I got a good, keen sense of
When I meet somebody, my first impression,
Yeah.
I got a keen sense of saying what it is.
With your private he's a peopleologist.
Joe, that ain't no bullshit you gonna do. Like, there ain't nothing to be playing with.
I'm telling you, your characteristics scrap peopleologist, study people.
If I call it, that's damn near like, no, I don't like tooting my own horn. I call it, it's damn near dead on. Yeah. Pops hit me like that. I don't play with religion or none of that. Dirt dead, he hit me like that. Like, there ain't nothing to play with. If he said, that's what it is. I painted cars for him and shit like that. We done did good business. Yeah, good business, yo. But he won't give me the interview. I'm saying it on camera. Like, he keep, like, this shit ain't for him. That's cool.
Since I've been home, I have, so many people ask me to do interviews. You know what I'm saying? I talk to people, Def Jam, I talk to.
It's different when you got a son in the radar.
I'm with my man, you know what I'm saying?
Man. But this is a different energy.
Yeah.
It's a different energy.
You know.
Pop's cool. Hey, big shout out to Pops too. Look, I call him like my old man, Joe. I know what the fuck you done been up against. So I respect shit for what I see it as. Yeah. And that's Pops. He ain't my Pops, but like that's somebody that and right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's a stand-up dude. I fuck with him. That's cold, so I got like, I got the Chairman, I got the Bible. How am I lose? Look at the wall. How you gonna win? I keep the Chairman close with the Bible.
Hey, you got good men around you. See, you gotta realize all great leaders, religious leaders, prophets, you name it, world leaders, they all start out with one or two or a few good men, and then they spread it. Throughout the world. But it always started with a few, not many, but a few. It's like brick by brick, step by step. So we got a few good men around you, and we can be on the same way, like the mastermind principle.
It's a frequency.
Yeah.
Joe, it's like, big shout out to my homie, I ain't saying your name, but I got a guy I deal with that ain't from here. He from around there in Oakland though. And he be telling me like, D, it's bridges, Joe. Like, when you cross certain bridges, it's cool to burn some. But like some bridges, they be the current. Those are the currents you don't fuck up. Because they make sure from this current, you can go to that one as long as you connect the dots. So as long as you keep your current sacred, don't fuck with that part, Joe, you can go anywhere because it's always an open bridge.
Right.
If you got energy, as long as you plug in the right socket,
No question.
there go a bridge.
Hey, relationships take you.
Nigga, you know who I'm talking about.
See, like
That's energy, Joe.
Like I was in the feds, right? A lot of guys, probably been to the state joint. So, the guys in the state joint, I've never been to the state joint, but I know a lot of people in the state joint. But I'm sure in the state joint, pretty much everybody's local. Everybody knows each other. You get what I'm saying? But being in the feds is a big difference because you meet people from all around the country, the world, overseas, everything.
You don't know where you're
Let me tell you this. Like I'm around the real Rick Ross, Freeway, that's my man. Supreme, Craig Patties,
Weasel Sims?
who?
Weasel Sims?
Weasel? Oh no, Weasel. We a couple spots together. But the thing what I'm saying is that when you come to the feds, it's a whole different world because just like in Chicago, you got the elites, you got the best of the best. You know what I mean? These people we know of, we speak highly of, we know that, man, this guy like 50 strokes, whatever you may say. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to the feds, you're gonna meet guys
Way bigger than that.
no question. And I seen that when I was in the Fed because you can tell the guy coming, because most guys come to the Fed come from the state. They might be in the state 4 or 5 times, you know what I'm saying? And they might be that top dog. I met legends. I mean, it's dudes I never met, right? That I heard of, and I met in the Feds, but I never met on the street. But you see these guys come in the Feds, they in the state tour, they legends. And in the streets, they legends. But in the Feds, they nobody. Nobody. Seriously. I'm talking about, I met guys in the Fed that's chiefs. Where they from different street organizations. I don't care from the GDs, the BDs, the Foes, the Moles, whatever, the Kings. You know what I mean? I just left Lord Gino, the King. He just left ADX when I was leaving. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, the Feds, they nobody. Because you got guys in there from every, see, the Feds is one state joint, the United States joint. So you got a lot of guys that come in, you will see them when they come in. They coming from Illinois, they coming in from Georgia, they coming in from Mississippi. You can tell, they go, oh, he's from the state, look at him, he's barbarian. You just, they got that aggressiveness, that gorillahness. I'm trying for real. They coming in, they on some, I mean, they just coming in straight barbarian. Ain't borrowing none, but they all victims. Majority of dudes in the Feds that been to the state are victims. Because in the Feds, you gotta understand how you do warfare or how you move, they move totally different. You got ABs in them, you got Serranos, you got the black mafias, the MAs, the black hands, and you got guys from DC, you got guys from all, and they fight totally different and on a whole different level. So in the Feds, you challenge. You have to start all over again.
You gotta make your
You gotta start all over. I protect the chiefs. I've been to 10 prisons. I've been to 10 federal prisons. 10. And the SMOO, the Special Management Unit in Lewisburg. I walked every yard.
Okay. Tell me something about Kentucky.
Which one Kentucky? Big Sandy?
I don't know. I just keep getting a bad vibe on Kentucky.
You talking about the people from Kentucky?
No, when you go to Kentucky, it's a stigma.
You talking about in the Feds?
Yeah.
Oh, Big Sandy? Either Big
can't
Sandy
say
or
'cause I ain't been- I only been to state.
Big Sandy's a spot. You get there, you got the administration gonna tell you be strapped. It's violent, for real. It's one of them joints that you gotta be, most dudes go there, they check in. Most dudes go there, they check in. And these dudes, in Chicago, they may be guerrillas. They get Lewisburg, they check. When they get to Big Sandy, they check in. I'm keeping it real with you. It ain't no joke. A lot of guys.
That's because of what though? Give us a heads up, so because we got goofballs.
No, listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you, right? And I'm telling you, I've been gone for 25 years, a whole different world. A lot of these guys you may know of, you think that's cut like that, that's on the street, and then I'm telling you, there's nobody. Seriously.
I'm gonna believe it because
Man,
I know
listen.
motherfuckers that don't win. So the question I'm asking because the motherfucker done already been through where you going. It just ain't been like probably as that deep.
My whole bed's been max penitentiaries, and I walked every yard. That's a fact. You know, and I'm just saying this because the reality, man, that this what I have to go through. See what I'm
Niggas
saying?
ain't built for that.
No, niggas ain't built for that. No, they not.
Especially the rap niggas.
Listen, man, I'm telling you for what it is, they not.
I know
You know, I'm respected by all cars. You dig what I'm saying? And you have to be a man. See, you have to start, you got to start all over again.
it. I believe that too.
And we respect it now. I mean, I hate to say it, man, you know, fans, we respect it all over. I'm trying, you know, the guys from Chicago, man, we respect it for real. You know, all over the country. And I'm saying it's this though, it's just like when the feds came, you know, indict us and stuff like that, they did that around the country, not just Chicago, around the country. To disrupt, to uproot, that's why the streets are the way it is. See, it's about design. It's the same way over there in Iraq with the Taliban and with Gaddafi or Saddam Hussein. These are the same people that work in federal prisons, that work the gang crime, work the streets. See, when they took out a project, it ain't, you see, everybody think that all the youngsters, no, it's by design. When they took, you gotta look at the late 80s, the early 90s, around the world, you know, when guys was getting money and when it was organized and structured. See, all this was about design and delivery. You see what I'm saying? Like Lil Durk father, like Lil Reese, I know his family. So a lot of us, even King Von, I know his old man. A lot of us, you know what I mean? A lot of them grew up without fathers. You see what I'm saying? So they had to fend for themselves. They didn't have no guidance. They didn't have no direction. And what happened was, you know what I'm saying, is that they locked up all the strong man. They put the weak man in the streets. You know, dudes who told on dudes, lied on dudes, and they gave them, they let them keep what they had. Leeway. Right. So they got the club, they got the restaurants. That's who's been running the streets for the past 2 decades. And a lot of these youngsters grew up thinking they the stand-up dudes. That's what they call me. Right. That's what they're influenced by.
And he been two-sided.
Right. And they look at us like the bad guys because that's what we do. They're not realizing that they've been influenced to think the way they think. Do you. Be your own man. Fuck that nigga. You don't love. Exactly. That's where it comes from. It's the same way in the feds.
I want to try, like, I ain't want to cut you off.
Good.
You familiar with New Era Chicago? It's like a spinoff from New Era Detroit. Those dudes and like what they doing and what you stand for. I can't really speak on what you're doing because I only follow you to a certain extent. But it's the same as with New Era, period. Because it's Detroit, Memphis, and a few more spots. But like their thing, this thing, and the thing of ours, Joe, it need to be one. More so, my opinion, I would lean towards the Panther Party because it's way more structured than anything somebody could build around the game. You know, that the Panther structure, it was for the people in the beginning. It's for the people now, and that's what I know. And it hasn't went outside of that. I'm gonna figure out some kind of way to get them dudes over here and have our own conversation. And when I have that conversation, I'm gonna present it to you. Because like, I think that'll stop a lot of the old hearsay and a lot of this shit when we get brothers like you to influence motherfuckers to do different shit, Joe. That's why my shop, my homies don't come here. I don't invite my friends to my workplace.
Right.
It's for the kids. My son, his cousins, my nephews, they can come in here and be like, Uncle D, we want to shoot hoops. I ain't paying your cop. Cause nephew now, my kids, they shooting hoops. They learning how to DJ. They want to figure out how to work my podcast shit. Like this, like my cultural center for the hood.
Right.
I did what I had to do to get my space and build for my people. Yeah. It started with my kids, but their friends are welcome. Like I don't know your son, but if your son walk in this motherfucker and be like, Pop say y'all be over here shooting hoops. Shit, stop for the kids.
Right.
Right then and there. Shoot hoops. Move that fucking truck out of here. These chairs and shit, move it. Shout enough for to get they 1-2 on. Yeah. We don't got this. They fucked it up in the parks. Like the park district, we used to go there, shoot pool, wood shop, ping pong.
Boys and girls.
Boys and all that shit gone.
Yeah.
So we can't lean toward the park district. You gotta lean on Uncle D. You gotta lean on the chairman. Yeah. You might need the Bible in your life.
I do certain good posts, good videos, motivational, inspirational.
I'm gone, you know.
And I also got a clothing line too.
What you got going on?
Oh man, CM360, stand for Conscious Mind. CM360 Culture Clothing. Clothing used literally to uplift race everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This is my new design. Baby in the head, joint, rebirth, mental rebirth.
Man, the next time we have a pop-up, I'm gonna lay up there and be right in your DM, like, get over here, man, we got a table for you. Do something, get it out here, man, so it can be heard, man. I know y'all, like, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I know you got a lot of shit going on, and
he had me on there,
It's a pleasure, man. We gonna follow up, you know.
Yeah, man. I need to get that car over here. You know, this your personal car wash. If I ain't told you.
Yeah, man. Beautiful.
When you need a car wash, you come over here, man. I'm gonna take care of you, dude. Mr. Biden.
Yeah.
The Chairman, our constituents, I sure appreciate y'all tuning on.
I appreciate you as well.
Man, this is beautiful, Joe. For y'all that's watching, we have the Chairman Fred Hampton, Jr., representing the senior on International Revolutionary Day, alongside the Bible. We appreciate y'all tonight. Get that the same way you got here. See! God damn it.
Another
Fuck
day.
with your boy.
Another
Salute like a kind of son. You enjoy that cigar? Man, you know, I was all over this place trying to find that motherfucking drink, man. The shit, the what? The Shaorushi. They don't sell it out here. That's the bottle right there. Nobody always said. It look like some nice shit.
I'm like, don't be late. I'm like,
You look like it's cool.
who's late, man?
You a hoop? It was cool. You hoop or rap?
Okay, I do great. No, great.
You a great?
Great.
He's a chameleon. He likes to
Even though I don't be on Facebook, but I can see you shoot on Facebook, and you can get right on to what I had going on. I'm needing like Facebook on move right now.
Facebook. I've been
No,
Facebook.
Instagram. I don't be on Facebook. I be on Instagram. I do Facebook. You know, I let it go with him. Or you. So Facebook my move. Oh yeah, you my Facebook.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so I'm fine. Okay, ain't hard to find.
And look, I got you probably
I'm from Inglewood too.
Huh? You part of my clique bag. You know what I'm saying? The people that don't know me, I ain't gonna I want to say that. The people that don't know, don't keep the fucking tune on.
Oh, okay.
And this morning, I ain't going nowhere.
I'm from Inglewood too. I grew up on 65th and RP.
Downtown, Main G, and
Afternoon or something, you know what I'm saying?
I just try to, be around all the, I always been the person who's around most people. Yes. Always kind of
No, I did. I grew up in Inglewood. I grew up in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. I could go anywhere that I want to.
So they don't, he still trying to,
He's still trying.
Look at the cooler. I want to push it for
Where's the cooler?
Give me that crazy idea to share information. I just want you to put your name on my list.
Hey, Chairman, what's the cooler at? He said the cooler. He said look in the cooler. Oh.
I need your
car, man.
I called 4 that. I'm gonna come back and take the Hampton over 24/7. I wasn't up there. You're supposed to be.
Consistency is important.
I know. I'm giving them to you. That's what they said we supposed to bring to
Your phone ringing.
No, that's me getting this number from him. Joe. I'm gonna get you some money if I can.
Actually, yo, I got
You do videos? My name Darren.
Yeah, cool.
You do videos and shit?
Yeah.
I got action for you. I got 2 sons.
Yeah, that's all right. Here, you put those over there, see it there from that key in the car for me. So,
I'm different. I can leave that.
I can still do it. Gotcha. Fred Hampton too. Direct. See, now I need y'all to bear with me as I bear my soul and take you insides behind enemy lines about some state-sanctioned assassinations, mass incarcerations, and some other plans these pigs to put into place in order, amongst other things, to control the world population. You see, now it ain't no coincidence. A lot of y'all cats don't even know about the infamous Cointel approach. G-men, government hitmen, directed by Director J. Moving his hitmen. Political frameworks, which they still got out of cats politically caged up, killing us and hitting us, and what is just a gun. And some names and legal reasons, I can't mention it's still in the wrong. Now imagine, if you will, saying goddamn government running all the door, putting your picture on a poster, placing the bounty on your black ass, with the word wanted, paid across the daily news front page. Your face being placed on one of the institutional issue scope. See, we talking about the bad motherfuckers. For now, one ducking the motherfucking drugs. Shit. Go-getters and hard-hitters who gave us free medical centers. You see, still straight up against the system and say, yeah, motherfucker, we subversive and freedom of death. And strapped up in the spirit of self-defense. Free clothes and free busing program. First free breakfast programs. Armed with a political ideology that was still the test of time. And a 10-point platform. Hold on now. And fast forward, in closing words, the tongues of Black Panther Party clubs. Let us continue to resist and never forget 2037 West Monroe. 4:55 a.m. in the morning, west side of Chicago, 1969. December 4th. Shit.
So we said, we always said, Black Panther Party, that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back, I might be there, I might be anywhere. But when I leave you, you come out and say, with the last words on my lips, I am a revolutionary.
It's up eyes open the fist clinch. Y'all know how we do this. It's Chairman Fred Hampton coming to you live and direct, man. First and foremost, let's say, revolutionary love and respect the rituals, y'all. Where we at? Chicago. It's the city of some serious shit. There's some things that's occurring that I can't really for legal reasons put in words, but let's just say that a motherfucker with amnesia won't even forget. This be the place that put the whole state of Illinois on the motherfucking map. Now, I'm gonna say where it started, this be the ground, the largest chapter of the Black Panther Party. As opposed to rap records, it's been made infamous for casual arrest records. And as opposed to street signs, the geographical lines are defined by the name of street tribes. In the summertime, we say it's hot. You mean there's more ways than one. And if you be worried that case don't look so great,
conspiracy theories, hypocrisy versus envy. Hell close by, the devil, he getting in me. Mama eyes teary, the cries of my city. The party, yeah, I'm holding my heart so dearly. I'm about to change and I'm speaking it so clearly. Saturday off grad school rituals, sincerely.
Black and oppressed people who mad and have what I refer to as facades, faces, and creeds. But as an image to put forward to the world, and America is a great land of opportunity. So-called melting pot. The truth is, it is a melting pot of expensive more than black and brown bodies.
I'm just a prisoner.
You see, being oppressed is embarrassing. A lot of times we try to do a better job ourselves about being oppressed. And we're saying goes that the world is a stage and everybody's playing a part. See, we ain't playing for no Grammys and no awards, our lives are at stake. No matter how much finance and bling bling and fuel what we have, we are still powerless to a point. And I don't even know why a lot of times we have count. We rightly can't even say where we're gonna be at tomorrow or a few minutes from now. We shoot the dice being the next cat. Receive 41 shots in the back. Get a trumped up charge. End up with a 60-year bit down on death row. We are powerless to a point in which we can't even dictate what we do drugs or the victims of. So we have freedom of speech. As long as we don't say the wrong thing. Bear with me as I bear my soul. I know we've been a little bit of time. We got a whole bunch of stories we got to tell. For those who sang in these songs who resisted, and those who fall, keep it cold. If you don't get this, it's like being in prison. Those who used to encourage about it, and niggas with the war cry. And let's make a distinction between existing and living. Those who live life in the lives from those who just plain old die. Get to be people at the scene for the fight for reality. Yes, in society, to go to the need for me to go to their abilities. Necessity to solve this against this oppression.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me.
that shit. I'm bad for the motherfucker. Yes, bro. Hey, shout out to the motherfucking chairman.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was like, man, I was just went out.
Yo. Who that? What up, boy? Huh? So what? Funny?